the Hellcat I love because you can get one free shot off on any tank because you can camouflage it. I mean, that's just so effective. Plus, you can get a 50 caliber machine, 50 caliber machine gun on that thing for 75 munitions. All right, and it's great against infantry. And the camo idea I just love. I love when people their heads are spamming. Just get a couple of those camo behind enemy lines. It's great.
Okay, and yeah, one thing about fuel in this game. Fuel is much more precious than munitions in general. I mean, munitions are really important if you want to, go pioneer spam, engineer spam, and get a lot of flamethrowers, then yeah, you need munitions, but in general, fuel is what's going to let you win this game. Fuel, not only does it let you build buildings, it lets you tech up to tanks. I mean, in most cases, the first person to get an armored car and actually keep their armored car and kill enemy infantry with it, they're usually the winner, or they have a great advantage. So yeah, you can see those paratroopers sort of going in, but Gabe is keeping close attention to his infantry here, making sure not to just lose them to all his Panzer Grenadier squads. And once again, this Panzer Elite guy, he really loves his Grenadier squads. And then some teamwork was going on right here. As you can see, I'm having Gabe's engineers repair my Sherman. If the enemy has engineers sitting around or just infantry sitting around that could do a job for you, those infantry might as well be your infantry. Use your allies' infantry to help you. If they have engineers sitting around, repair your tanks with them. Because, and like just there, I used my triage center to heal Gabe's rifleman squad and his engineer squads. I mean, do as much as you can to, protect your units. And Gabe's going to speak a little bit here about the health of units and how having numbers does not necessarily matter.
So really, numbers in a squad represents how much firepower that squad has. The reason riflemen are cool is because they have 6 members in a squad. 6. That's great for say killing snipers because you have so many chances to get up close to that sniper. Also, it's great because you for getting fire on buildings because you have 6 guns shooting on it at once. 6. All right, that's really great. Yeah, but compared to Panzer Elite squad. Panzer Grenadier squad, 3 guys, three shots, fire rate, reload time, all those things subliminally are taken account for in this game and are emphasized very heavily. Also, but the health of a squad really is how long it's going to stay alive. All right, it doesn't matter if you have 6 guys in the squad. If they have very little health, they're going to die. with one burst of a flamethrower. One Panzer Elite, P-Gren squad with G43s, or like, oh my God, some Sturmwagers, STGs, or also known as MP44s, upgraded on a Panzer Elite, or Stormtrooper squad, or Knights Crossholders on a really, really weak, even full veterancy Rifleman squad. It's even if they have 6 guys, they're gonna be taken out almost immediately. All right, they're not even gonna within one magazine. Those guys are gonna be taken out.
Yeah, so I mean, numbers doesn't really matter if your squad has like almost no health. And you can see my snipers just, fail here, sort of. I mean, I had 2 snipers. The reason why I wanted those snipers is just to take out his AT gun in the middle. That AT gun there really took out the Sherman. I know it did a lot of damage. So you can see we've recon planed. We see that he has, a scout car getting him extra fuel. And in the middle, he has, a Stuka. And he has, MGs, Pioneers. So he's reinforcing the center again. The Fairmont player really, in this game, reinforces the center for his team. The Panzer Elite player sort of makes pushes to capture points. But the thing about this game is, if you notice, we're at 99 victory points right now. But the reason why this video is a comeback is because we do not go below 99 victory points in this game. See, now the victory points are starting to go down, because we have 2 out of 3. The thing about Company here that's so cool is, even if they have way more victory points than you and you're losing, you can still make a comeback if you have more forces.
Alright, just to clear this up. Alright, in victory point control, victory points do not mean shice. Alright? Alright, they do not mean anything. They mean something late game, but I mean, say for example, that, alright, say, like, for example, right here, I mean, we are coming back. We are winning this game right now. All right, the better person will win this game. All right, because we were able to capture the points later game. Also, early game, you don't want to be the first person to capture a point because it tells the enemy where you are. So yeah, victory points don't really matter until as long as you have control of the map, just capture the victory points. So make sure that you win. I mean, victory points really just makes it so the enemy cannot wait back in their base and, save up.
Okay, and yeah, as you see here, the Panzer Elite player, he keeps making pushes. He keeps making pushes with these Panzer Grenadier squads, but they're just not effective. For one thing, I mean, you should not charge, and you should send maybe a scout first. You should maybe, run in like a Kettenkrad or something to the scout to see what we have. I mean, look at this. We have a Sherman with an MG on top, multiple paratroopers, multiple, we have a headquarters there, double MGs, anti-tank guns. You should not run in there with just 4 infantry squads. I don't care how good they are. They can be like, they can be, good and all, but I mean against like 3 MGs and a Sherman with an MG itself and AT guns, you're not going to win. And, I'm just cranking out tanks at this point. This is really my role here. I'm getting armor piercing for my Shermans, while Gabe sort of is proactive, builds a lot of infantry, secures the south, sort of pushes the enemy back with his line of defenses. I'm building tanks to just do heavy damage.
One strategy I used here as the airborne to reinforce the territory I was trying to secure was I would drop an AT gun, then drop a supply drop, and then drop an airborne squad. The airborne squad would capture the supply drops and capture the MGs and the mortars that come with it. And these are both very good defensive units. And then drop an AT gun to cover tanks. So, all right, you can do this. Repeat this process until your area is just completely secure. You can also do this. I've done this before against Wehrmacht guys. I've dropped this in right behind their base. Alright, so they try to come under a tree and, defend against it. I have that MG covering that. They try to build a tank. I have, anti-tank gun covering that. The only problem I come up with is snipers, obviously. But I just call in another airborne squad to take care of them.
Okay, so if you notice here, why would you use infantry support tanks if you know we have armor-piercing Shermans? I mean, a good player can figure out that if the Allied player is building Shermans, he's gonna get armor piercing for them. I mean, that's just logical. Armor piercing Shermans are vastly more effective in general. And that this building right here, my MG squad in that building survived almost like so. It survived so long, and it took out so many infantry that he really wanted to take the north. And yeah, as you can see here, my Sherman micro, not the best, I admit. But really what I was trying to do is not destroy his Panther there. I know the Panther's a superior tank. I mean, I'm not going to say Allied tanks are equal or even close to, Axis tanks in general, because they're not. I mean, Axis have, better tanks on, in general than Allied tanks, of course. But the point was it was to soften up the Panther was what I was trying to do. As you can see there, one shot from that AT gun took out the Panther. I knew sort of that, like, in order to really do anything with my Sherman, I was going to have to, go and kill some units. Combining forces like that, using AT guns, using riflemen upgraded with sticky bombs, recoilless rifles on paratroopers, and tanks, you have a very strong, versatile mixed fighting force. Yeah, I mean, it's really what, Company Pierce is about, mixing your forces, finding a setup, sort of a combination of forces that's strong against pretty much anything the enemy has. If you know the enemy's using tanks, for example, not very many infantry, you want to build anti-tank. Anticipate that the enemy, after that, might stop building tanks, build units to take out your anti-tank units, like your AT guns. They might build infantry and rush your AT guns, if your AT guns are killing their tanks. But, anticipate, sort of, like, combine your forces. If you've fought the enemy multiple times before, like, we know at this point pretty much that the Panzer Elite player in this game is going to be using lots of Panzer Grenadiers. He really likes his Panzer Grenadiers. And then my players, just building Tigers and stuff at this point. And, but we're prepared. We've built a lot of mixed units, so we're strong against pretty much everything. And this Hellcat here, Hellcats are, Gabe, as he already said, they can cloak, they can get a free shot off. They're very good against tanks. But, we just, 66 experience from killing that Tiger. A Hellcat alone could nowhere near take a Tiger. But we mixed them with a satchel charge from that paratrooper squad. We used AT guns. Just mixing forces once again. He can have a very singular, powerful unit, but if he's not prepared for a bunch of different units coming at him, then he's probably going to lose. And as you can see here, Panzer Elite player, once again, this guy just does not quit. If a good player will adapt. Gabe's going to talk about how adapting is a key aspect of Company of Heroes.
It's all not only key aspect of Company of Heroes. I'm talking about all RTS games, all right? Right now, this team we're playing against is playing by our rules. They're playing our game, all right? So they have to adapt to our game. They have to play to us, all right? And if they